Hello, and welcome to 3 Steps to Creating Lasting Change. I'm your host, Melanie Vicker. I'm the founder of The Sprightly Life, which is a community of women who share a passion for living our purpose. But first, a quote from Darren Hardy. We quote him quite a bit in The Sprightly Life, and especially his book, The Compound Effect. And if you haven't checked him out, you definitely should. So there's 3 steps when you are looking to create lasting change. The first one is to decide. Decide what you want, then get quiet so you can listen to that inner wisdom that you have already, and then take consistent action. So first, if you're going to decide, what's the one thing that you would change that you feel would improve your life? You've got to get clear on this step before you're able to move forward. Because you're not only going to need to know what you want to change, but you're also going to need to know why. So what's the first thing that you would take a step in changing? Is it something about your health? Is it a relationship? Maybe it's something in your career. Once you know what you need to change and why, it's going to help you motivate you to continue moving forward, because life is going to throw you a curveball. It definitely will. And if you're struggling to decide what you want and why, I can help you with that through coaching. So first of all, let's just break it down a little bit. So if it's your health, what specifically do you want to improve? Is there a health concern that runs in your family that you know that you have control over, that you could eliminate yourself, or at least reduce the risk of you ending up with that challenge? Do you have children and grandchildren that you want to lift and hold and play with? Is your weight getting you down because you just don't have the energy to get through your day? What is it? And then why is it important to you? Maybe it's a relationship that you want to improve. Maybe with your partner or a child, a coworker. You need to dig deep and figure out what it is and why. And then think about, how will improving this relationship make you happier or make your life better? Maybe it's your career. And if so, are you looking for a raise? Do you want an entirely new career? Or are you seeking advancement or new opportunities in your existing job? What are some ways you can increase your value? Some new skills you can learn? It's finding ways that maybe you can stand out. Maybe it's just not participating in the office gossip is a first step. So once you decide what it is and why it makes a difference, now you need to get quiet. You need to know what you want, why you want it, and then listen to that wisdom that you already possess inside of you. And with all the noise around us all the time, getting quiet is key. And how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways, but here are a couple of the things that I have found helpful for myself. Meditation. And this is something that will probably take you some time to master. So go easy on yourself. And if you're looking for some good guided meditations to start, I can certainly send those resources to you. I have a couple different things that I follow that has helped me. But go easy on yourself as you're learning that one, because it really is something that takes some time. Getting outside, looking around, just noticing, maybe you haven't noticed the clouds in a while, or if it's a change of season right now, or is it spring and things are just starting to bud? Is it fall and you can see all the leaves starting to change? It really doesn't matter too much, but there's a lot of research behind the value of being outside and just looking up. Just take notice of the clouds, if nothing else. How about doing something creative? Artwork, needlework, any kind of craft that you enjoy, doing a puzzle, something that will distract you from all of the noise that's around. And for those, I really like putting on just some quiet background music, maybe some instrumentals. And it doesn't matter if you're good at these things. That's not the point. You're not here to judge whether, you colored the tree purple or you made the grass, I don't know, blue. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is just your time to get quiet and enjoy yourself. Now, here's the key. Once you've decided what you want, you've gotten quiet, consistency. And this is where so many of us stop too soon. We just give up too soon. Our culture says we have to have everything right now. It's one of the reasons that we jump from one program to the next, or we look to one expert after another. We don't invest the time that it takes to create the real lasting change. So, it all starts small. You need to think of one tiny, tiny step. And why one tiny step? Because when our brains see something too big, it goes, no, and it goes into like, that's going to be scary, and we want to protect you from doing anything different. So you really, especially when you're just starting out, think of truly the smallest step that you can take right now. And then just try to connect it to something else that you're already doing. And then once that step becomes a habit and you just repeat it, then you can add the next step. So connecting the small step to something you're already doing is huge. So, maybe it's, if you count your steps each day, maybe it's getting 10 steps more today than you did yesterday, just a little bit more movement. And maybe if you are someone who talks on the phone a lot during the day, how about walking around while you talk on the phone instead of just being sedentary? Or if you're heating up your coffee in the morning, maybe you can do some squats while you're heating the coffee. I know my sister does that. That's one of the things that she added, which was no big deal. She was already heating her coffee, so she started doing squats. If it's your relationship, how about looking for 1 to 3 positive things about that person each day? And then sometimes it's even more helpful if you write it down. I know someone who started a journal and just really started writing down 1 to 3 things every day that they really was positive about their spouse. And then at the end of the year, they actually gave that journal to their spouse. And what a gift that created. And then if it's your career, again, maybe it's just being on time or sharing your ideas when you're in a meeting. But no more gossiping. Pick a time frame that you're going to commit to doing this one small habit. Maybe it's for 30 days. And then you want to find a way that you can find some feedback on that. You're not judging it. You are just simply experimenting and then going for the feedback. Here's the thing. Change doesn't have to be difficult. Simply needs to be important enough for you to keep going and to make it consistent. And small enough that your brain doesn't freak out. Every change we make begins with our mind. So taking the time to reframe our thoughts is imperative to making a lasting change. That's what coaching is all about. So I'm here to remind you why you started, why it matters to you, and encourage you to stay the course. Trying to change by yourself can be lonely, unmotivating, and downright dull. And that's what our community of Sprightly is all about, is encouraging one another to keep going. And together we find ways to keep you engaged, to help you create that new mindset by making small, consistent shifts in your behavior. And if it's coaching that you want, I can teach you those steps and then walk with you as you make them permanent. I'm your guide. So if you're unsure and want information, set up a consultation call. Some of the things that we offer in Sprightly, you're already going to receive a download of the highlights of this series or of this video. And in it, we'll include the link to our free newsletter. And that's the first step that you can take in joining our community, or follow us on Facebook. Next, the Dancing Sunflowers. I know it's kind of a funny name, but dancing just makes us feel better. Let's face it. I don't know anybody who can be miserable and dancing at the same time. And sunflowers are they are a symbol of strength and energy. And so Dancing Sunflowers was born. In Dancing Sunflowers, you get a one-to-one coaching call every month. We have special events and guest speakers. And so if you want to know more about that, we would love to, just head over to the website and it'll tell you even more. And then we also offer one-to-one and small group coaching. So it just depends on, what level of support you're looking for. And obviously, there's all kinds of free things within the community all the time. So make sure that you're connected to thesprightlylife.com as well as our Facebook page. So thank you so much for being here today, and look forward to seeing more of you if you join the Sprightly community. If there's something specific that you're looking for, please reach out. We are adding new content all the time, and it's so important for us to know what it is that our community is looking for, what struggles you're going through, so that we can create content around that will support you. So until we see you again, we wish you sparkle, joy, love, and laughter. Have a fabulous day. Bye.